Stocks simplified, it's multiplied. This is the Apex Investor channel. Today's update for Wednesday, October the 20th. Big loser of the day was ATIP with minus 21%. The big winner was HX once again, 98% gain. This is also overbought, and I also believe this has pump and dump written all over it. Normally, I'm not so, I don't know what the word is, looking forward. I'm not looking forward to stocks dropping, but this one, you can see it in the cards. This is dropping right back down to probably $5 or less. So if you're in this and you're at $18, get out while you can. This is going to be a Titanic very soon. Next up is the trending stocks. Okay, I don't know if you can see that at the top there, it says the Dow sets a record high, 35,609 points. According to them, that's a record high. But what really baffles me is not just that I'm down, but also that Tesla slipped in early trading after the EV maker posted profits that exceeded estimates. Normally, you'd think such news like that would bring a stock going up. It would help the stock move upwards, not downwards. But that's just one of the mysteries of the stock market, where you have good news and that just it makes the stock go down, whereas bad news lets stock go down too. So it seems like a lose-lose. So I'm not sure what's going on there in that situation. Movers and shakers. Let's look at these. MMTLP, look at that. I'm not seeing too many movers and shakers over here. Metamaterials had an uneventful day, which is good and bad. I wonder what the volume was for that. And we look for Clover. GameStop is at 184. Clover's right there. They're down just a little bit there. AMC was up just 0.2% at 40.88. And Bitcoin up, continues going up, $64,500. Soon to get to 70,000, probably before the end of the year. Some people are predicting it will go up to 100,000 before the end of the year. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but it could very well happen. Still enough time. Coinbase up $314. Wow. I remember buying that at $220 initially, but selling that off in favor of the meme stocks and metamaterials and so on. HCMC is up 10%, but you don't really see a change there. SOS, a crypto stock, Chinese crypto stock, up 16.95%. Canaan, another Chinese crypto stock, up 18%. So it's like they're just waking up recently. FTEG, 75% gain. So that's all for the trending stocks. We'll take a closer look at these individual stocks. Beginning with the Dow Jones, which is not a stock, but I wanted to investigate whether this is the actual all-time high. It says record high. So we can see here 52-week range, 26,000 to 35,669. And it did set at least a 52-week high. So that's all for that. I believe it's artificial. It's being held up artificially. That bubble will burst. Trying to say burst, not boom. It's going to burst. It's going to burst very hard in probably the next year. It's hard to say. Some people are saying November. Some are saying even February. But time will tell when that will occur. But if I do see signs of that, I will report that here in this channel. Right now, I don't see any signs besides what People were expecting just this past Monday for possible Black Monday, where the federal government of the United States had to decide what they were going to do regarding the debt ceiling, and it seems they've addressed that. So because they've addressed that, they've only delayed the inevitable. IronNet was trading from 10.57 to 11.37. So we can see the support is very good at $10, but 10 to 11, you're doing yourself a good favor getting that stock since it seems to be recovering now. Even 9 to 10 is a really good entry level, but 9 to 11, I'd say, is a very good entry point. This is going right back. This is going up to 20 and above in the next 6 to 12 months. You can bank on that. Okay. Normally, I don't say bank on it, but I'm going to say you can bank on that. I'm pretty confident it's going to go right back up to $20 at the very least in the next 6 to 12 months. MMTLP, the preferred shares, I said I would not track this, but just for the benefit of the viewers, I'm going to just tell you how it's doing. Was between 150 to 158, so pretty stable now. Looks like it's just consolidating and stabilizing at 150 until it gets to the dividend date, which is going to be the end of December. Most likely will be at $10. Not this itself, but the dividend itself will be $10 to $20. So regardless of whether this is 1 penny or $100, you're going to get whatever the dividend is worth, which is probably 10 to 20, maybe more. So that's the MMTLP. Take a look at Metamaterials, the stock itself, which again had an uneventful day, no change, no gain, no loss. So I'm not sure why that is. It's very odd, not even a slight change. The days range 470 to 497. So I'm not sure. It says here the volume was 4.4 million. So it opened at 487 and it closed at 487. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm just going to take this number and just run with it, I guess. It's so odd to see a 0.00, not even a 0.1 or 0.01 of a change in the negative or the plus, but we can see pre-market, we have a 1% loss so far. But okay, interesting. And again, with this one, the stock itself, you're looking at least $10 in the next 6 to 12 months, at the very least. And lastly, we're going to end with Clover. In regards to trending stocks, Clover is also at a low, 784. It was down a percentage and was trading between 783 to 821. You can see the 52-week range, 631 to 2885. So this has a lot of potential to go right back up to $20 up, 20 plus, just like Metamaterials. So they're in the same boat in a lot of ways, in terms of their price action at least. Next, we'll look at the news, Twitter and Reddit, if there's anything interesting for us there. Welcome back, Wall Street Bets. Here's a meme. My parents in their 30s. Let's go out and eat at a nice restaurant, Olive Garden. Since when is the Olive Garden a nice restaurant? Okay. Moving on. Me in my 30s, I eat ramen every day so I can buy the dips. Not a lie. A lot of people are doing that. I'm included in that. I've done that. Well, not every day, but more often than I would like to. Let's move on, see if there's any actual news in Wall Street Bets today. So not actual news, but continuing with the memes again. It says today's gain plus 15%. Here we are biting a gold medal, spraying some champagne, Lambo soon. Turns out total gain negative 75. Negative 75. So yeah, a lot of us, we buy, let's say Metamaterials, you bought it and you're up, it's up 15%, but you're overall, you're down 50%. I'm in the same boat. I bought way too high. I bought it initially, I think, was it 20? Bought some again at around 12 and then bought more at 4. So I averaged down, but anyhow, that's what I'm saying on this channel. One of the most important strategies to employ, uh, one of the most important things you want to do when it comes to trading is buy low and sell high. But how do you know how to buy low? It's the entry points. We give you the entry points almost every time we talk about a stock that is a Apex investor approved buy. We'll give you the actual numbers. Expert entry point. Next tier, hard entry point. Next tier would be normal entry point, and then easy mode. You always want to get into the expert or hard difficulties. Anything above that, like normal and easy, you're looking to lose money. So the more extreme you go, again, with the expert mode, you're less likely to lose money. You won't be this guy at the bottom here, negative 75% gain. Even if the market crashes, you'll still be maybe in the plus, perhaps, or not losing that much at least. Okay, next. Welcome back. Before we get to metamaterials, I want to look at the biggest news from Wall Street Bets was Tesla breaking the profit record at $1.6 billion. And then looking at their stock itself, up at 865, not too far from their all-time high, which was $900 as of recently, not all-time high of all times, but I mean recently, because they did go through several stock splits. So they were above 1,000. I realized they were above 1,000 at one point, multiple times. But let's look at the resistance points. We can see at in January 2021, 880 was the ceiling. It was shorted down to 600, and then went up again, was shorted. So 600, 500 is looking like support in the near to short term. I was predicting in this channel or on this channel that the true support is looking like around 400, 500. We can see a surge of volume right around here at the $100 level. Could it go down to 100? It could. But is that likely? Probably not. I think more realistically, you're looking again at between 300 to $500. And we saw it get down to almost 500 in May. So I think the true support is right below this level here, this line of 589. You're looking at somewhere between 400 to 500, or I should say 600. So 500 even could be your true support because Tesla is so bullish. A lot of people are buying Tesla cars. I mean, it's hard to not notice so many people driving Teslas now. They've become almost the standard for EV vehicles. So if you're looking to buy an electric vehicle, Tesla is the gold standard right now. They're like the Bitcoin of the EV industry. They're the Tesla. Obviously, they're the kings of this industry. And we can see right here that it's right about to break that resistance of 880. Can it? Will it? Time will tell. But I just want to say that I was wrong. I thought it would go down to 500. It didn't do it yet, but a lot of that is pending a market crash. So once the market crashes, will this go crash with it? Probably. It might, but it may not as well, because Tesla is historically one of the most shorted stocks in the stock market. So it might still be relatively safe, but we'll see. I do think its fortunes, its futures kind of line up with the rest of the market. So wherever the market goes, Tesla tends to follow with it, tends to follow suit. So we'll see. But that's a really good story for Tesla. I've had some good experience trading Tesla as well. I remember buying it right around the stock split, around this point of time, around $400, and I eventually sold it at 800. So Tesla is a really good stock. So we're going to metamaterials now. And before it loads up, I just want to address the video yesterday where George Palikaras, he confirmed 3 deals are pretty much done But the big question mark remains, who are these companies? Who are the partners when it comes to these three deals? And I offered three, or I should say four suggestions. In my mind, in my opinion, I believe it's most likely Samsung is one of them. Secondly, Seki Sui would be a second one. And the third one most likely is Volkswagen. Tesla is kind of the dark horse there. If that is the deal, wow, that's going to be a massive deal. So let's peruse this subreddit and I'll let you know if there's anything worth reading. We have the first post here talking about a full list of Meta upcoming events / catalysts, potential catalysts. So we have the Defense Tech Connect, which is going on right now from the 18th to the 21st. Smart Cities Connect, which is from the 19th to the 21st, going on right now as well. The AWE AR sponsored eyewear event, November 1st. AWE World Expo, November as well. The preferred dividend payout, which will be sometime around the end of December. The grand opening of the 64,000 square foot production facility. I think that's to do with the nanotech. That is going to happen between now to 2022 sometime. The electronic manufacturing design contract, no date provided, and upcoming partnerships, no date provided, but I'm going to say within the year. I don't think shareholders are going to be as patient as I am, which is giving them a lot more time than probably they deserve. But you know what? They really need to move fast with these press releases. George can't sit on these for too long. I mean, I'm saying for another year. He can't sit on this until October 2022. I think a lot of people have abandoned ship by then if nothing is announced. I mean, yeah, we believe in this company, but for you to just sit on a deal for too long, people are going to get impatient. Understandably, reasonably, they will. So I give them 6 to 12 months. If they don't announce anything like significant and big enough to at least get the stock to double digits, I'll probably abandon ship. I'm going to say it right here. If by October 22, it's on double digits at least once, and they haven't announced one significant deal, either with the Samsung or what have you. It doesn't have to be Samsung, but at least one big contract, I'm out. I'll probably abandon ship. I think 12 months is enough time from today. So whatever, October 20, 2022, yeah, I'll probably leave Metamaterials, jump to another ship. But I think that's way too long to wait for at least one press release and at least for the stock to get to double digits. So it doesn't, either one can be, will meet my requirement. So I think 12 months is showing enough patience for a company that has a lot of potential, but hasn't really shown it in solid, in a solid deal, or at least with the stock price. So, and I think George knows this as well. He's not going to let us wait that long, but we'll see. Time will tell. And we've got Ortex numbers, and I'm going to read those because at this point they could just say a billion%, and it's not going to do anything until the price changes and until the volume changes. Dividend estimate. Yeah, we talk about this a lot, and I'm going to look at that. Looks like there's not too much news here. Yeah, it looks like it's all the same. So going back to yesterday, 3 contracts currently in the works. So I mean, if it's in the works, that means they're pretty much, if they're not done yet, they're right about to be done. But they have confirmed that they are in the works. So we can look forward to at least one of those 3 coming to light in the next 6 to 12 months. Again, I have opened 2 posts on Metamaterials. The first one is it says here, do you expect to reinvest your dividend in Metamaterials? Well, let me answer that personally. Yes, I would definitely. If I make money off the dividend, I'll put it right back into Metamaterials. But again, not just at any price, but at the entry point. So between $2 to $3 or $2 to $4, depending on what the support level is. But it's looking like $2 to $4 at this point going forward. And the next post here, it says, I know, crazy answers. I know the market can stay irrational, but for how long? Until they pay us. Look at GameStop, look at AMC. I'm sure they said the same thing. This market doesn't make any sense. GameStop's suffering at $40. AMC is down at $4 or $5. How long can they get away with this? Well, caught up with them in June, didn't it? GameStop went right back up to $200 plus, even $300. AMC went all the way up to 72. Are we looking at free money with MMTLP? It's a good question. If the lowest estimates for the dividends were $1 and the price per barrel of oil has gone up massively since then, the floor should be $1 plus whatever percent the price per oil has gone up. Meaning there's essentially zero risk. I'm going to say, no, there is risk, but close to zero. Like it is very minimal risk compared to a lot of other things. I know people are shorting MMTLP, but can someone tell me why institutions that can compete with short hedge funds haven't bought a lot of MMTLP? It doesn't make sense. Does anyone know when the $1 to $20 estimate was given? I think it's been provided all over the subreddit, to be honest. These are estimates from people like myself and people who are just posting and throwing numbers out there. But these are educated guesses, not just people, throwing numbers out of thin air. What's the worst case scenario? I guess the worst case scenario is it's worth nothing, but we'll see. Let's see some answers here. People are all over the place giving high estimates. Someone on Friday said it will be a spinoff with some company named Nevada Co. Somehow they will be Oil Co. and that stock was currently 75,000. Another post said dividend will be 2,000. People want attention and views on their YouTube. Yeah, I mean, people will talk about whatever price they want just to get views. I don't like to do that. I just give you the reality, which is looking like worst case, $10 and best case, probably $40. But if you average that, it's $20 per dividend. And this person says a similar thing, $40 dividend. So this person says $5.50. So I guess the low ballpark is $5 for your dividend, and high ballpark you're looking at 40. I think that's a pretty good range, but realistically, I think you're saying 10 to 20 is probably the most realistic level. So I'm not sure what to call this video. Probably is how much is my dividend worth? It's probably what this video is probably going to be called. So thank you very much for your support. I appreciate all the likes, all the subscribes, all the comments. Thank you very much for the views. We'll catch up with you later after the market close for the session Thursday, October the 21st. May God bless you all, and may God bless your investments.